Hello everyone, I hope you all are doing really well. Today I'll be taking few questions from section D of CMA part 1, and to be more specific, we'll be doing cost allocation of the joint products. How are we going to do that? We'll be actually solving few questions in here, and I'll be trying to explain you how it is done. Basically, it is one of the easiest topics. If you get a question like these, then it's going to be a really good scoring opportunity for you. But there is some slight small mistakes which can be done, and because of that slight small silly mistake, or how easy it could be, kind of a mistake can be done in this type of questions. So make sure that you are keen in here, you are a bit more specific, you don't make out any silly mistakes. If you don't do any of those silly mistakes, then getting maximum marks is highly possible. So I hope that these sessions are going to be helpful for you. If you feel like this session was really helpful, then try try supporting our channel. Put down comments below, share this video with CMA aspirants if you find this particular video helpful. If you watch it till end, if you find it helpful, then make sure that you share this video and support our channel. All right, so let's get started with question number 212, which, see, whenever we have a question in front of us, we need to read the requirement, like in here. Yeah, the requirement, I guess it starts from here. If the NRV, net realizable value method, were used to allocate cost to the joint products, the total cost of producing giant would be the total cost of producing giant only. They are asking for us. Now let's see the main question. Tokado's company processes Duo into two joint products, big and mini. Okay, so there are two products in here which we can say just big and mini. Duo is purchased in 1,000 gallons for $2,000. So $2,000 is the first cost which we are having. Processing cost are 3,000. So this is again a cost which we are having to process 1,000 gallons of Duo into. So to process this 1,000 gallons into 800 gallons of big and 200 gallons of mini. So let me just write down here 800 gallons of big and 200 gallons of mini. The selling price is $9 per gallon and for big, and $4 per gallon is for mini. So $9 per gallon and $4 per gallon as said here. Big can be processed further. Big can be processed further into 600 gallons. So I can process this 800 gallons and make it to 600 gallons. 600 gallons of giant. So big will become giant next. So this is going to become G here. If $1,000 of additional processing costs are incurred, giant can be sold for 17 per gallon. So this 600 can be sold for 17 per gallon. Now, if the net realizable value were used to allocate the joint products, the cost of producing giant would be, okay, so only giant is required. It's not asking about the mini. So if we just look in here, that what would be the cost to make this? First of all, what do we need to do is 600 into 17 and 200 into 4. So 600 into 17. I hope you guys are having a calculator. I'm also using my calculator in here. $600 into 17 is equals to 10,200, and 200 into 4 is 800. Now I need to take into consideration what is this additional cost which has been already incurred, 1,000. So this 1,000 is incurred for which one? For giant only. So 1,000 is the cost incurred. So 9,200 here and 800 I have it already here. So this is my net realizable value which is going to be, my net realizable value for this particular section in here, for this particular question in here, that big or giant is taking 9,200 of the cost, and 800 is going to be for the mini. Now, what do I need to do in here is to allocate my fixed cost or allocate my joint cost. Now, what is my joint cost here? As I said you earlier, 2,000 and 3,000. It is 5,000 as it is understood in the question itself. So this 5,000, I need to allocate it to uh, big or giant, or to be more specific, to giant. So 9,200 and 800. Total of these two is 10,000. And 800 by 10,000 is 8%. 9,200 by 10,000 is 92%. So this fixed cost or this giant cost is to be allocated on this basis, 92% and 8%. So 5,000 directly I can do it, 5,000 into 92%. And how much will that be? 5,000 into 92%. It is 4,600. So 4,600 of the joint cost is going to be it. Now, can I just go ahead and answer this 4,600? If I do so, then I am actually wrong here. Why? Because I have another further process of 1,000 for this particular giant itself. So what do I need to do? Add 1,000 here. 4,600 plus 1,000, 5,600 should be my answer. I hope that you guys are able to get this. If you are not able to get it, just rewind it back and watch it again. Let's move forward towards the next question. And if suppose you have any doubt in here, then feel free to ask it in the comment section below. Now let's go towards the next question. I guess it is a similar question only. Yes, it is a similar question. Like Tokaris company. Now we need to read the requirement first. If the sales at split off method is used to allocate joint cost to final products, the per gallon cost rounded off to the nearest cent for product producing big is, okay, so he's asking what it is. So, first we need to allocate it on the split off method. Okay. And it is used to allocate joint cost of the final products per gallon. Now we need to get this answer here. Let's read the question once again. Tokaris company produces Duo into two giant products, big and mini. Duo is purchased in 1,000 gallons of $2,000 and processing cost is 3,000. So the giant cost is going to be 5,000 again. To process 1,000 gallons of Duo, 800 gallons of big and 200 gallons of mini. So 800 gallons of big, 200 gallons of mini. And the selling price is 9 and 4. And what should be our allocation method is going to be the sale at split off point. So if I have to sell this 800 into 9 and this 200 into 4, what it would be, 800 into 9 would be 7,200 and 200 into 4 is 800. Now what is the basis of allocation? Now basis of allocation would be 7,200 plus 800 is equals to 8,000. Now 7,200 divided by 8,000 is equals to 0.9. I've done it on my calculator. You guys also need to do it on your calculator. 7,200 divided by 8,000. How do I get this 8,000? Is 7,200 plus 800 just for the basis of allocation. So I've got what? 0.9, or you can even say 90%. Now I have my cost. Total cost is how much? My joint cost is 5,000. So this 5,000, I can do it into 90%, which will be equal to 4,500. Clear? Now this 4,500 is there, but the question is, what is the amount per gallon? Okay. What is the amount per gallon is the question. Now to understand per gallon, how do we understand it here is we can see is that how many gallons is this? 800. So 4,500 divided by 800. What it would be? 4,500 divided by 800 is equals to 5.625. Is there an answer 5.625? Nearest answer is 5.63. All right. I hope that you guys are able to follow up. If not, then feel free to put it down in the chat section beside or comment section below. Let's go towards the next question. Now, if Tempo uses the net realizable value method of allocating joint cost, how much of joint cost will be allocated to each unit of product C? Okay, so kind of a similar question only. If Tempo uses NRV method of allocating joint cost, how much of joint cost will be allocated to each unit of product C? Now, Tempo company produces 3 products from the joint process. The 3 products are sold after further processing as there is no market for any of the product at the split off point. Joint cost are 315,000. So this is the cost which we need to allocate to A, B, and C. And how much are we allocating it to C? We need to find out. And once we find out how much we are allocating it to C, we need to divide it by 50,000 to get towards the answer. So how much is, their selling cost or their net realizable value after this particular further processing? So further processing, we can see 0.7, 3, and 1.72. And the sales value, we see 5, 6, and 7. So if I just, remove this further processing cost, I can directly get my NRV. So what can I do? 20,000 multiplied by 5 minus 0.7. So I can do it 4.3. 20,000 into 4.3. And then 30,000 into 6 minus 3 is again 3. And then 50,000 into 7 minus 1.72. Now 7 minus 1.72, let me just do it on calculator. 7 minus 1.72 is equals to 5.28. Now what I can do here is I can just calculate the net realizable value. Why do I need to find out the net realizable value? So that I get to know the percentage of allocation. So 20,000 into 4.3 is equals to 86,000. 30,000 into 3 is 90,000. And 50,000 into 5.28. I'm doing it on a calculator. You guys will also have a calculator for the examination. 2,64,000. Now I need to allocate it on this basis. So to allocate it on this basis, what do I need to do? I need to total the 3. So 2,64,000 plus 90,000 plus 86,000 is equals to 4,40,000. Now this 4,40,000, how much should I allocate to get that basis? I just divided by 2,64,000. So 264,000 divided by 440 will equal 0.6. 0.6 is it is. Now 0.6, what can I do directly? I can just go 315 into 0.6. 315,000 into 0.6. I'll get my cost as 189,000, which I have to allocate it to product C. Now this 189 which I have to allocate to product C, if that was the question, the 189 was the answer. But the question is, how much is to be allocated each unit of product C? So how many units of product C we have? 50,000. So what can I do? 189,000 divided by 50,000. Now 189,000 divided by 50,000 is equals to 3.78. And we have an answer 3.78. I hope that you guys are following up with it. See, this is the type of calculations which are required in the examination also. See, this type of calculations, if you just see, I'm scribbling on the paper like this, something like that. You cannot do it in your examination, but you'll have a scribbling pad, scribbling paper out there in your examination, which you can use it in the, examination, do all these type of calculations and be a bit more fast in there. So you need to be fast in doing these calculations with your calculator also, so that you can come up towards this answer. And also you should be clear enough that you are doing it properly. Okay, you should not be in a hurry, or you should not be jumping towards conclusions towards the answer. Be a bit normal, don't be more nervous, don't be less nervous, but try completing it at the earlier, put it at the normal time. So I hope that this session is helpful for you. If you want to see more sessions like these, in fact, day after tomorrow on Thursday, I'll be uploading a video on an essay question. And if you find this particular video helpful, or the session completely helpful to you, and you've watched it till here, then you can go ahead, show your support, use the super thanks button which is there below in the video. Use it, share your support towards us, or if you have any feedback, put it down to us so that we can take it further. All right, thank you very much for joining in, and I'll see you in the next session.